Hey, this is Alvin.
This is Parapants. What up?
Hey, and we just watched some anime. I watched Miira no Kaikata, I think. Yeah, Miira no Kaikata. And what did you watch?
I watched the easier to pronounce Yuzu Camp.
All right, well, since I'm going to go long and boring on mine, why don't you go first?
Why do you think people want to hear the long and boring one
I
first?
think that's what they come here for. I think they want a description of the show that lasts just as long as the actual show.
From this very unenthused, long, drawn out
It's like a book
boring.
report, yeah. Well, go ahead. What was Yuzu Camp or Yuru Camp?
Yuzu
Yuzu.
is like citrus or something, or
Okay.
like, isn't that what it is? It's like a
I
fruit.
maybe you tell me. Was there
There were no
callback?
yuzus in this, so I don't know. I just heard it from somewhere else. Anyway, I am for sure watching this show.
Oh my God, you said that 40 times. I was gonna watch this show.
No, I mean it this time.
Girl.
Shut up. What have I ever done? Shut up. I am certainly going to watch the show. This show was exactly what I needed. It was really relaxing and fun. I think you would have found it boring because it's just about camp. It's
Mm,
like these five moe chicks and camp and making new friends and beautiful landscapes and enjoying good food around a warm, comfy campfire and making
mhm.
new relationships.
Is this stay in a cabin camp or a pitch tent camp?
Oh gosh, it kind of straddles the line because you have a pinch tent that's not too far away
Mhm.
from like the reception building and the road. So
No.
they're not like deep in the woods.
Is this during school or?
I well, it starts off with this character named Rin, this young high school girl who likes to vacation in near Mount Fuji during the off season because she can be alone,
Mhm.
and she's very skilled at camping, and it was actually kind of nice to see her go through the motions of setting her tent and gathering firewood, and there's a narrator that explains like what's best for starting a fire, like pine cones. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could use pine cones as a fire starter.
Mm.
um, so it probably has some little tidbits of educational tidbits about camping in there. Um, and then she meets this girl. This girl is lost. She oversleeps at the bus stop near Mount Fuji. She's new in town and she just wanted to see Mount Fuji, but she missed her last bus or she missed something. I can't remember it all. But she slept out until it was dark and then she was lost and she didn't have her phone. So Rin takes pity on her and has her at her camp and hosts her and gives her curry ramen. And I gotta say,
Nice.
after 8 days of not eating, that anime curry ramen looked good, and I don't even like ramen.
No.
Uh,
Mm.
uh, and so this girl whose name that you don't know at the beginning, she's so impressed by Rin's knowledge of camping that she wants to become friendly with Rin and gives her her phone number, and asks and tells her, hey, look, we should make a real camping adventure sometime. And it
Mhm.
turns out that the new girl is going to Ren's school, so
Oh shit.
oh yeah, and and there's an outdoor activities club. There's these
Yeah.
two other girls in the outdoors activities club. I think they're looking for new members, but who the hell wants to camp in the winter?
Mhm.
So yeah, eventually, like all these girls are gonna get together and have fun camping adventures, and it just seems so sweet and fun and lighthearted and relaxing, and yeah, not too much going on. That's exactly what you need to get the warm and fuzzies.
Did you have any clubs in your junior high or high school outside of sports?
Why do you want to ask me about my very tortured poor past?
No, I just want to know. Did you join any clubs?
We didn't have clubs.
You didn't have clubs? You didn't have well, I know you didn't have 4-H because that's a rural thing. Um, well, that kind of sucks. I did something. Oh, I was in the we, I probably mentioned this already. We had an art gallery in our school and I was in the art gallery kind of maintenance club, I guess. So
Cool story.
thank you. I also spent a little time. I was in junior high. I spent 1 year in Louisiana, and I joined 4-H. I think I probably mentioned this before. I joined 4-H not knowing what it was, and accomplished absolutely nothing.
Did they outfit you with like a pitchfork and a hoe and set you to work?
No, they gave me some paperwork, and it was like, all right, well, this is what you do with your animal and your whatever you grow, and I'm like, well, isn't somebody gonna help me
Alvin
grow
was
this
like,
shit?
"That's not what I do with an animal." Ha, ha,
Oh
ha.
no, no, this is before any of that madness. But I thought like, okay, this is a club and it's got something to do with animals and stuff, so someone's gonna take me to see some animals. And it's like, no, you were supposed to already have the animals or some shit.
Really? You were supposed to provide your own animals? Like they taught you animal husbandry? Is that
I
what it
didn't.
was?
I don't think I actually went to one fucking meeting. Maybe I went to one, but it was like, I think it was for like kids that already had farm animals.
Why did you join the 4-H club?
I don't know. It seemed pretty cool, I guess. Look,
Did you think it was like Boy Scouts or something?
yeah, I think so. I think it was since I wasn't allowed to join the Boy Scouts.
Oh man, that's a story there.
Yeah, for somebody's religious reasons, not my own. But I'm like, well, cool. This is kind of like the Boy Scouts. I can meet some guys and hang out, talk about Transformers.
So they were the other 4-H members like really rustic and sturdy or what?
I didn't really talk to them much. I think once I realized that you had to like have some growing or animal husbandry skills already, I kind of like dipped out. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work. But any other clubs? Anyway, yeah, hiking club. All these convenient clubs in these Japanese high schools. um, All right. Anything else you want to say about this anime?
Well, not particularly about the anime, but something struck me while I was watching it because I was saying to myself, "Oh, I guess this is a very like kawaii little girl, this Rin, because she's dressed up like a Mori girl, whatever."
A
And
Mori girl, like Maury Povich?
no, not Mori.
You are not the father.
No, like Mori. Mori is a Japanese fashion it's
What?
kind of complicated,
Okay.
you know. It's based on some anime character who was like dressed up like a bad lady, but apparently when you put it on a young cute girl, it's cute. But yeah, I was thinking of the word kawaii, and I notice a lot of Westerners translate the word kawaii to mean cute, and I don't think that's all totally accurate. I think kawaii is closer to lovable, to be
Mm.
honest.
Well, as an expert on Japan, I have no idea.
I'm not claiming to be an expert on the language or the culture, but I hear there's so many nuanced differences between the English word cute and the Japanese word kawaii, because in kawaii, or so I've heard, it's like something that you have to love, like you want to love it.
Hold
It's
on, let me pause right there because I remember seeing some YouTube where like, because kawaii is
well, no,
scary.
that's scary.
Kawaii, I think, is
Oh
cute.
yeah, kawaii. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. It shows you what I know.
Hmm.
Uh, kawaii. Kawaii is I think a closer translation in English would probably be lovable, not so much cute. But you know, that's just me. If you know, dear listener, leave us your comments and
Well, don't forget to like, comment, smash that like button, like, comment, and subscribe.
and subscribe. Oh yes, and join our Patreon.
No, 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 there will
We
be no
don't
Patreon.
We don't have any of that. We don't have any of that. Oh, we forgot to start our show with the typical YouTuber. Hey guys.
Now look, you're getting off subject. I want to hear more about this camp.
No, you don't.
And you know what? The YouTubers I listen to don't start their shows like that. That's annoying.
They don't.
No.
It's only the YouTubers I look at. They always start with
Yeah.
"Hey guys."
The ones I look like, hey guys, it's time for another video.
Oh, see, so they do say "Hey guys."
Yeah, but you know, in a cool way.
No, 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 no. I hate the "Hey guys" thing. Start
alright.
something new. Like I have a better opening for us.
Well, all right. You want to run it by me since we're actually in the middle of a show and not, when we're supposed to do it, like in between shows. Go ahead. What's
I'm
your
sorry.
opening?
I'm partly.
What's your opening? What's your opening?
No, you know what? I kind of forgot it because I'm partway delirious from not eating.
All right. Well, that was Yuru or Yuzu Camp.
Yuzu Camp.
Girls out camping. I didn't watch Yuzu Camp. I watched Miira no Kaikata, and I guess a Miira is a mummy. And what is it? I had the no, How to Keep a Mummy. I think that is the translation. And I don't know what do I say. This cartoon, it's like I was like, well, I guess it's there, but why does it exist? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, there are drawings and there's dialogue and music. It's like this.
Wait, is there an actual mummy involved?
Yes, but the mummy is not like the mummy is like this cute little blob that's literally like 6 inches high, and just kind of like squeaks around, and it looks more like the mummy of a cat than a human. And
It's wrapped up in bandages, like
yeah,
an Egyptian mummy, right?
yeah. Well, the drawing looks like somebody was trying to draw something cute, like, oh, what should I do? Like a cute cat or a cute dog? And it's like they kept erasing the lines, and then they saw that there was lines all over the place, and they're like, you know what? Those kind of look like bandages. So let me just take my basic cute form and say that's bandages, and boom, it's mummy. All right, make me a cartoon.
So it's like it looks like a mummified cat, kind of.
Kinda, yeah, without a tail. But all right. So desert. All right. Now let's get. I'm looking at my notes, and it starts with this view of the desert, and then it cuts to the main character cleaning up, and making breakfast. His name is Kashiwagi Sora. And all right, so the breakfast, since you asked last time, this breakfast was an omelet with lettuce, toast, 2 sausage links, 2 cherry tomatoes, 2 orange slices, an apple wedge, and milk.
That sounds like a really nutritious breakfast.
That does sound like a lot of work. But all right, so he's cleaning up the fucking house, and then they have the intro, and I didn't know anything about this fucking cartoon going into it, so when I see that it's like How to Keep a Mummy, I'm like, oh god, it's gonna be one of those fucking cartoons where a magical girl moves into your house and you can't kick her the fuck out, and it's just, but you're looking at the intro, it's like these cute little like animals, like not just the mummy but other mythical creatures. I'm like, oh, they're not. It's not actually gonna go that route. So I was very relieved to see that. So, name of the episode is White, Round, Tiny, Wimpy, and Ready. I don't know. Sorry, this kid's still like fucking cleaning up, and a delivery arrives, and it's from his dad. And apparently his dad is in Egypt, and he got a note from his dad. He's like, "Hey, I found a cool mummy. Please take care of it." So the thing is, he's in Egypt, but the coffin is a European coffin with a cross on it. So I'm like, I don't know if
well, you know what? There were Egyptian Christians in Alexandria in the around first AD.
Come on, baby,
after the death of Christ. Hey, I'm smart. There were Egyptian Christians, so it's not totally out of possibility that there was a Christian-esque coffin. I'm pretty sure they didn't look that way, but
okay. Well, all right. So he's all freaked out because apparently his dad's been sending him cursed items that have been fucking with his life. So he's looking at this coffin and he's like, "Oh shit, I need a weapon." So he goes up to the coffin with this weapon, and I think he opens it, or it opens by itself. And this little mummy comes out, and it's like I said, it's like 6 inches tall, and it just kind of squeaks along. It's just like a ball. It's got a big ball head and a fat body and these little tiny limbs, and he's like trying to poke it.
Does it have cat ears?
Does it have ears? Oh, I don't think it has ears. No, I don't think it has ears.
I want to see it.
So it's squeaking around, and he's like, "Back in the coffin you go, bitch!" And he like pushes it back in the coffin, and at this point, the thing that makes me hate this cartoon starts happening, and it's that this thing acts so pathetic, and it's always crying, and They make it seem like it's so scared of being abandoned that it really makes me anxious. And I'm
Mm.
like, I don't need to see this. Damn it. So like he pushes it back in the coffin and all this liquid starts coming out and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And the liquid is the tears of the mummy who has just been rejected. And I'm like,
This
"Oh."
sounds great. I gotta see this.
So all right, so he's clearing the tears, and the mummy's just kind of like standing and watching. He's like, I don't want to go back. So he does these charades, and he
Does he talk?
no, he doesn't talk. He
Mm.
squeaks,
Mm.
and he makes noises, but he doesn't talk.
He's
So
a Pikachu.
like, no, Pikachu says Pikachu.
Is that like a? Is he kind of like a prototype Pokemon?
I don't know. I never played Pokemon, but he's like, so the kid's cleaning up the tears, and he's still of the mindset that it's got to go back. So the mummy's like, oh, I don't want to go back. So he's like, look, if you let me stay, I'll do chores. And he's like, I guess. But of course, the mummy's too small to do chores. So you get this montage of it trying to do things and failing. And it's one of those things where it's supposed to make you feel like, oh, it's trying to do stuff. It's so adorable. It's
You
trying
know,
so desperately to be loved.
wait. So what's it to this kid to take care of this little mummy thing? Is he thinks it's cursed or something?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, there was a montage of the shit his dad had sent him before, and it was all like dangerous, cursed shit that fucked with him. So in his head, he's like, I don't want to go through that again. This thing's got to go back. But the mummy's like, look, just let me stay, man. I'll do some chores. You can't do chores. Um, all right, basically, there's a bunch of there's a bunch of shit where the mummy's like crying, and like the kid's like, okay, you can stay. And there's some shit with the family dog that's boring and doesn't fucking matter. And eventually the kid is like, "Oh, I'm gonna call you Me-kun," and the mummy understands, like, because they have little text on the screen. The mummy is thinking, "He gave me a name. That means I can stay." So I guess everything at that point is all good. And all right, the thing. No, I'm not gonna go over the thing with the dog. So there's this thing where it's like, hey, it's dinner time. Um, what do you want to eat? And he just like the thing starts eating dog food, but he's like, no, that's for dogs. And apparently the mummy doesn't like cucumbers. It does like apples and something called shirataki noodles, which was something I was gonna look up but didn't.
That's mushroom, honey.
Mushroom-based noodles.
Yeah.
Hmm. So yeah, and like it eats by doing that thing where it just kind of rubs its face on the food and it slowly disappears. So that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's how I eat, when I'm really hungry. So yeah, okay. The mummy falls asleep with the dog, and next day the kid's at school and he talks to his friend Tazuki, and he's like, "My dad sent me something normal, which is weird because he always sends me something fucked up. Do you want to come see it?" And his friend Tazuki's like, "Yeah, let's go." And he gets let's go. I'm sorry, I sound so out of it. It's because I'm reading my notes and talking at the same time. Friend goes fucking home. Mummy's all passed out, I guess, because he didn't have any water all day. So I guess maybe that'll come into play later. Maybe it needs water on a regular basis. He gives it some water, and it doesn't like Tazuki because Tazuki's kind of creepy, and in his head Tazuki is like, I wonder what's under all these bandages, and so the mummy picks up on that and is like, get away from me. And after that Tazuki leaves, and the kid's like, I need to take a bath, and the mummy's like, I want to take a bath too. He doesn't say it. He just, in so many words, well, not words, but he's like, okay, so gets in the bath, he swims around, has a good time, and then he comes out and he's all bloated because his bandages have soaked up all the water, and the kid freaks out. And then we go to the credits, and then there's an after credit scene where you see that the kid Sora has blow dried the mummy, is returned to normal, and Sora is relieved, and that is the end of Miira no Kaikata. I have no idea why this
I
cartoon
thought it
exists.
was Koiwa.
No, that's the one. Koi wa ame agari no yoni is the one with the divorced dude and the high school chick.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
So is there anything you would like to know about this cartoon about a boy who gets sent a 6-inch tall mummy that makes little squeak noises and likes to take baths and likes shirataki noodles There was this scene where the
Shirataki noodles. Describe those noodles. Did they have like? Was it immersed in a broth?
no, they
Or,
were bare ass noodles.
like, was there any like bowls of rice in this
No, no,
episode?
this wasn't a food porn heavy episode. There was a part with I know I wasn't gonna talk about it, but like
Describe that dog food for a minute.
it was like cylindrical chunks. Ugh.
Like kind of like a meaty brown.
It did not make its own gravy though.
Ah, fuck that.
Yeah, it was kind of dry because you could hear like the crisp crunch when the mummy ate it. But there was this scene where like the dog's barking because it wants attention, so the mummy starts barking too, and then he and the dog get in this barking match because they both want the guy's attention, and that was adorable.
Adorable.
Oh,
Kawaii.
needless to say, well maybe I do need to say it. I'm gonna say it anyway. I would not watch any more of this show because
Because you're a heartless person. You're a heartless, cold, unfeeling monster.
no, I'm not. I'm just a man with things to do.
I wonder if I read recently like little Egyptian type characters had been sprouting up in various comics and stuff in Japan because like some years ago there was an Egyptian exhibit
Huh?
where in Japan, and I think they had scrolls from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and there was a figure, and like there's like these the scrolls. There like there's these visuals of like human figures and gods and different
You talking about like
spiritual.
hieroglyphics or something?
Well, hieroglyphics is kind of like the writing, but there's
Oh.
also like sceneries
Hmm.
that accompany the writing, the text, and they're usually scenes of what's happening in the text. Like, there's a person meeting a god, and the god is like Horus or something is, and they're traveling and through the dark, the wilderness or whatever, and they're meeting all these different evil spirits, and one of the spirits was a crudish drawing of like a ghost, like just like a white sheet, like a domed like white sheet
All right.
with two big eyes and feet sticking out at the bottom, and
Uh-huh.
that's it. And apparently that figure just struck the imagination of the Japanese. I think the name of that particular uh, ghost or demon or whatever it is called Medjed or something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but apparently like that inspired a lot of people, and like you'll see that character crop up in like different places. Like it's become like a little kind of like a mascot of sorts. Or
Wasn't that like those little things in Princess Mononoke?
what was that?
It was some Miyazaki film. There was like a big wolf girl who was in the
No,
woods.
I know.
But they had these like things that were like they had like circle heads with these two big eyes.
No, you have to show me that. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I didn't finish that one. I'm not a big Miyazaki fan.
So no, I was just wondering if like this whole little mummy thing was maybe like an offshoot of that.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, you had Yu-Gi-Oh. That was a big into Egyptian style, and
Was it?
oh yeah, no, yeah, that's pyramids and hieroglyphics and shit. And the only other mummies type stuff I know is like when they have to have like sexy chicks in anime. If you need a roster of sexy chicks that do battle or it's like medieval times, you always get like one that's got Egyptian stuff on.
So who's the worst character in Street Fighter? Was it Street Fighter 3? Was it T-Hawk or Anubis?
I'm
Ana-
I don't think there is an
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of Darkstalkers.
yeah Anakara.
Anakaris, yeah, Anakaris.
I don't know if he was the worst. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of high level Darkstalkers play, but I think he was pretty good. I think he
Really? I think he was terrible.
no, because he dropped all that shit on you and stuff. That was a fun game.
That was a fun game. Damn, I wish that would come back.
I don't know. The character animation was a bit too wobbly and like just
They could improve
bouncy.
that.
Eh, Yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right.
Bring
Well,
back Darkstalkers, Japan. Jesus.
Dark Stalkers.
Darkstalkers. Was that Capcom?
Yeah, it was Capcom.
Bring it back. You've already killed one franchise I loved.
What?
Metal Gear. Yeah.
That's Konami.
Konami. Sorry, Capcom. I haven't had any anime breakfast.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. That's it.